36 stores across 21 states. The company says the new stores reflect its focus on experience-driven retail and connecting more customers to the outdoors. Carlin Cochran, Access Tennessee News.
This is CBS Rewind, December 10th, 1967.
Oh, she may be weary.
Otis Redding killed in a plane crash in Wisconsin.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
He was 26.
Wasting time.
And December 10th, 1999.
You leave the light on after bedtime.
The release of the movie version of Stephen King's
You have been condemned to die in the electric chair.
The Green Mile.
When I stand before God and he asks me why did I kill one of his true miracles,
Starring Tom Hanks.
what am I going to say? That it was my job.
I'm Brandon Brooks.
You tell God the Father
And that,
it was a kindness done.
Rewind.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is Rutherford Issues, hitting right at what matters most to all of us here in the heart of Tennessee. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, Eagleville to Laverne, Leanna to Barfield, and everywhere in between. If it matters to you, you'll hear about it here on Rutherford Issues. Now your host, Brian Barrett.
Well, hey, hi, and hello there, fun lovers and truth seekers. Welcome in. It's a Wednesday edition of Rutherford Issues here from News Radio, WGNS. Glad you have joined us here this morning. We're going to be warming up. No, we may see the low 50s, but then temperatures are going to be falling through the day. And gusty winds going on out there, too. Boy, it's kind of blowing. Take a full look at your forecast here in just a couple of minutes, and a lot to do on the program. We're going to be talking with our pal James Price of the Better Business Bureau coming up here in just a few. So, like I said, a lot to do here this morning as we get going. But with that being said, why don't we jump into our salutes for the day? And today, for the Good Neighbor of the Day from SRM Concrete, we're going to highlight Jeanette Knopfsinger. Jeanette Knopfsinger is today's SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day for the wonderful work that she does with the Blackman High School CTE students. Jeanette Knopfsinger today, the recipient of flowers from Ryan Flowers, Coffee and Gifts, along with WGNS Radio. That is today's Good Neighbor of the Day. So our congrats go out to Jeanette Knopfsinger. And Jeanette, hope you have a wonderful day. And we're going to do so with a beautiful bouquet of flowers from Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts. If you see Jeanette in the hallways or you know her personally, maybe send her a text, say, hey, heard you were the Good Neighbor of the Day today. I'm sure she'll enjoy getting those as well. So Jeanette, congratulations. Thanks to Jenny Harrison and our friends at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts for their many years of work with us to salute good neighbors each and every weekday morning. Yeah, it's a Monday through Friday thing. So you can help us out by sending in a good neighbor. You can text the word neighbor to 615-893-1450 or wgnsradio.com/goodneighbor. Those are the two ways to get those good neighbors to us. And once you submit, well, I mean, they're going to be a good neighbor here in the coming days. So there you go. Today's Good Neighbor Salute comes from SRM Concrete, locally grown, nationally known, and celebrating the neighbors who pour strength into our community. Birthday Club. This is something that we do each weekday morning as well. And it just so happens that Maurice Randolph is today's winner. So Maurice, hope you have a wonderful day. Happy birthday. Wishing you and all of those celebrating birthdays here on this 10th day of December a very happy, happy birthday. Maurice Randolph gets to enjoy that with some banana pudding. Slick Pig Barbecue is where you go for that, Maurice. Just stop in and say, I'm Maurice, and I am the birthday club winner for the 10th of December. And they'll take care of you with that homemade banana pudding. Always good stuff at Slick Pig Barbecue. 30 years celebrating this year over at Slick Pig. We're saying good morning to our friends at Middle Tennessee Electric here as well. We're powered by Middle Tennessee Electric here on the show. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, across Rutherford County, trees and homes are lit for the holidays. They are. They're lit. MTE is proud to power every twinkle on your neighbor's home, on your home, and helping you make memories that'll last a lifetime. Good energy starts with MTE.
Now, here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
Look outside, 47 degrees. What we've got coming in here from the Rutherford Weather Center. Believe we've already warmed up to 50, though, at the Murfreesboro Airport, so I would say that may be last hour's temperature. And we've got very, very cloudy skies. There's nothing on the radar, but we do have cloudy skies out there to deal with. Much of the same on tap for us today. We're going to kind of fall through the afternoon temperature-wise, though.
For this afternoon, Brian, expecting mostly cloudy skies, but dry conditions. High temperatures climbing up into the mid-50s. Lower winds breezy, turning to the northwest, kicking up to 15 to 20. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy with lows in the mid-20s. Cooler for your Thursday with lower 40s for highs under partly sunny skies. Friday, though, trending milder once again, climbing up to a high of 57. Saturday, still looking to stay dry with highs in the lower 50s. I'm meteorologist Michael Caro.
Thank you, Michael. And we are kind of trying to take a brief look into the weekend here. So let's pull up your radar here from Rutherford Weather. And we're going to go to the weekend. So the weekend would start here on the 13th. So here we go. This is 6 p.m. on the 13th. And it shows our temperature is going to be in the upper 30s at that point, it looks like. 14th is important because it's parade day. And going to start the morning at about 24 degrees at 9 a.m. And as we go through the afternoon, here is noon. Ooh, noon, 29. 3 p.m., 26 degrees. Ouch. It's going to be a chilly day on Sunday. Now, this is one of our global models. It's been trending. It trended warmer and then now a little cooler. It's the first time I've had a chance to look at this. National Weather Service has our temperature on Sunday being 35 with winds up to 20 miles an hour. So we're going to have a little wind chill with that as well. So it's going to be a very chilly Murfreesboro Christmas parade. So be sure to wrap up, bundle up, and get out and enjoy the floats, the sights and sounds of the Christmas parade this Sunday. 50 degrees in Murfreesboro, 49 in Smyrna, and that is a look at your forecast here from Rutherford Weather. RutherfordWX.com, that stands for Rutherford Weather, RutherfordWX.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications on any of your favorite podcast or live stream platforms, and they are actually detailed right there at RutherfordWX.com. Icons for YouTube, Facebook, X. There are some others, but those are the ones that we're most active on. And find your favorite. Pick more than one. You'll get a few more details on Facebook and YouTube, or Facebook and X, just because, it's not every day that we're putting out a video. It's not every day that we have a post, but you might get an even earlier heads up there, before we go live or produce a video. So just a suggestion there. YouTube is great because you can pull it up on your phone, and during impactful and severe weather, we are live on the channel with analysis from a couple of meteorologists. Our storm specialist, Ray Miller, generally joins, along with local meteorologist Justin Bailey, and we've just kind of got you covered all throughout Rutherford County for the 600 plus square miles of the county. During impactful and severe weather, we are live on the channel, and you'll want to have a way to get to that. And when you do go on there, like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and be sure to help us spread the word about Rutherford weather and share. Share. Say, hey, everybody, if you want Rutherford County weather, here is the place to go.
Good day, Rutherford County. This is Lee Colvin, financial advisor and CFP with Edward Jones. Let's get the latest business news from our financial desk.
U.S. equity markets continue to broadly tread water as investors await the Fed interest rate meeting later today. The Dow is up 213 at 47,773. S&P ahead 2. 68.43. NASDAQ is down 71, 23,504.
From Wall Street to Church Street, that's the latest business news from the Edward Jones Financial Desk. I'm financial advisor and CFP Lee Colvin. Call 615-907-7056 or stop by our office on South Rutherford Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center.
Rutherford Issues on News Radio WGNS.
Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. And our Big G TV coverage is brought to you by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic. Our friends at MMC, the only multi-specialty physician-owned medical practice in Rutherford County serving the community with primary and specialty care. MMC is committed to keeping you healthy for life. Here's a check of world news. Dalton's got your Rutherford Roundup. It's all straight ahead here on WGNS, FM, AM, streaming on wgnsradio.com. Lots of places you can find us to listen or watch on Big G TV. Here's your news update.
CBS Radio News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by CVS Health.
I'm Steve Kathan. A judge has ruled grand jury transcripts from Jeffrey Epstein's 2019 sex trafficking case can be made public. CBS's Michael Wallace.
Normally, grand jury proceedings are kept confidential, and U.S. District Judge Richard Berman had initially decided to keep the Epstein grand jury transcripts secret. But he has reversed his own ruling, citing the Epstein Files Transparency Act Congress passed last month. That new law requires the government to open all its files on Epstein. Judge Berman has said the 70 or so pages of grand jury materials are hardly revelatory.
And fresh court action on a 6-month-old National Guard deployment.
A federal judge in San Francisco has just ruled that the Trump administration must stop deploying the California National Guard in Los Angeles and return control of the troops to the state. U.S. District Judge Charles Breyer has granted a preliminary injunction sought by California officials who opposed President Trump's extraordinary move to use state guard troops without the governor's approval to further his immigration enforcement efforts. But the judge also put the decision on hold until Monday. Vicki Barker, CBS News.
Federal Reserve policymakers wrap up a 2-day meeting in a few hours. CBS's Kelly O'Grady.
You're going to hear the Fed likely cut interest rates. That is what we are expecting, a 1/4 point cut. Remember, we've been expecting a total of 3 this year, so that would hit the mark at this meeting. But that going forward, they're going to be cautious. You're going to hear likely a lot of comments about the unemployment rate, the weakness in the labor market, but also that rising inflation.
Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado's daughter accepted the Nobel Peace Prize on her mother's behalf today. She said in a speech written by Machado that Venezuela shows the world we must be willing to fight for freedom.
The millions of anonymous Venezuelans who risked their homes, their families, and their lives out of love. To them belongs this honor. To them belongs this day.
Sophie Kinsella, the author of Confessions of a Shopaholic and a series of rom-com sequels, has died from complications of brain cancer at 55. In 2014, she told CBS News,
when you're sitting alone in your room and you're just tapping away, and you're hoping that people will enjoy your book, but you don't know, and off it goes. But then you meet somebody who says, well, you know what, I read your book in the middle of the night when I was recovering from an operation and it got me through. I mean, how could you do anything better in life than that?
Kinsella's books have sold more than 45 million copies worldwide. Wall Street, the Dow is up about 100 points. This is CBS News.
Through trusted relationships and national reach, CVS Health is uniquely positioned to simplify care. Learn more at cvshealth.com/investorday.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, and here are some of the top stories impacting Rutherford County on your Rutherford Roundup for Wednesday, December the 10th, 2025. A traffic stop in Laverne over the weekend resulted in a major drug arrest and a long list of charges for one driver. According to the Laverne Police Department, an officer observed a vehicle traveling at 75 miles per hour on Murfreesboro Road around 10:30 p.m. on Saturday, December the 6th, prompting a swift traffic stop at Dick Buchanan Street. The driver exited the vehicle immediately, but backup officers soon arrived and detected the smell of alcohol and marijuana. A probable cause search led to the discovery of more than 100 grams of marijuana, THC wax, crushed oxycodone, ecstasy, Adderall, brass knuckles, and a digital scale. The unidentified driver now faces multiple felony charges, including evading arrest, reckless driving, possession of a controlled substance, prohibited weapons, and drug paraphernalia. Laverne officials praised the arrest as part of ongoing efforts to keep drugs and dangerous behavior off the streets. While law enforcement in Rutherford County addresses public safety, drivers across the region are seeing positive economic news at the gas pump. Tennessee's average gas price has dropped to $2.56 per gallon, down 4 cents from last month and 11 cents from a year ago. In Murfreesboro and surrounding areas, prices remain consistent with the state average, offering some relief ahead of the holiday travel season. AAA spokesperson Megan Cooper attributes the decline to weak demand and lower crude oil prices, a trend expected to continue through the end of the year, barring significant market shifts. Traffic was brought to a halt late Tuesday morning after a two-vehicle crash along Old Fort Parkway near St. Andrews Drive. Just after 11 a.m. on December the 9th, a Ford F-150 collided with a Chevy SUV in front of Kohl's department store, flipping the SUV onto its side and blocking all inbound lanes. Murfreesboro police responded swiftly, directing traffic and beginning their investigation, while Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department personnel worked to rescue two occupants trapped inside of the overturned SUV. Both individuals sustained minor injuries and were transported to Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford Hospital by Rutherford County EMS. Traffic delays extended through the midday hours, but eased once the scene was cleared. Authorities have not yet released the cause of the crash, which remains under investigation. Meanwhile, Murfreesboro police detectives are seeking the public's help in identifying a suspect linked to a bold retail theft at the J.C. Penney inside of the Stones River Town Center. On November 25th, a man and woman reportedly entered the store with trash bags and filled them with approximately $1,640 worth of clothing. The female suspect was captured on surveillance wearing a black varsity-style jacket with orange stripes and an S on the front, along with blue jeans and white sneakers. Anyone with information is asked to contact Detective Farrar at 629-201-5628. Tipsters may remain anonymous as Murfreesboro police continue their investigation into this retail theft during the busy holiday shopping season. Whataburger has announced the upcoming closure of its Memorial Boulevard location in Murfreesboro, effective December 15th. The decision is part of a broader plan to shutter 4 underperforming restaurants across Middle Tennessee, less than 4 years after the fast food chain re-entered the region. The other 3 locations in Murfreesboro on Old Fort Parkway and Medical Center Parkway, as well as the Smyrna store in Rutherford County, will remain open for now. According to company officials, the closures stem from routine evaluations focused on strengthening store performance and investing in areas with the greatest growth potential. In addition to the Memorial Boulevard location, Whataburger is also closing stores in Mount Juliet and 2 in Clarksville. Despite these shutdowns, the company maintains it's committed to future expansion in the greater Nashville area. Elsewhere in Murfreesboro, Holloway High School is preparing to celebrate the completion of a historic restoration project. For the first time in nearly 60 years, the school will showcase framed photographs of nearly every graduating class since 1932. An open house will be held this Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m. to mark the occasion, supported by partnership with the Rutherford County Archives and MTSU. Principal Sumatra Drayton called the effort a passion project, years in the making. Holloway, located on South Highland Avenue, played a pivotal role in the education of Black students before desegregation. Historic photos, a detailed diorama, and recorded remarks will all be on display as the community reflects on the legacy of this important Rutherford County institution. As Tennessee enters the height of the holiday shopping season, a sharp divide is emerging between local consumers and business leaders. According to Middle Tennessee State University's Consumer Research Institute, housed in the Jones College of Business, Tennesseans are expressing their lowest consumer confidence levels in a decade, even as business optimism surges. The latest Consumer Outlook Index revealed that only 16% of residents have a positive view on the economy, while 35% hold a negative perspective. Personal finance concerns are high, with 40% saying their situation has worsened in the past year, and 55% reporting that they could not survive financially if they lost their job. Very few believe now is a good time for major purchases. In contrast, the Tennessee Business Barometer indicates that 48% of business leaders feel confident about the economy, with nearly 60% expecting increased sales and profits, and 45% planning to grow their workforce. Amid this economic tension, Murfreesboro police are reminding residents to stay alert during the holidays. Over the past 129 days, the city has reported 170 vehicle break-ins, with weekends being the most active times. Murfreesboro has seen 63 vehicles reported stolen since August the 1st, 2025. Authorities emphasize not leaving valuables, especially firearms, inside of vehicles. In both Murfreesboro and Nashville, the majority of stolen guns come from parked cars. To help protect buyers and sellers, Murfreesboro Police encourage using its Safe Exchange Zone at 1004 North Highland Avenue for in-person transactions arranged online. That's all for now. For updates on these and many more local news stories, be sure to check out our website, wgnsradio.com, or follow us on social media at News Radio WGNS on Facebook, as well as X. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to leave a rating or a review on Spotify and iTunes, a comment on YouTube, or share it with a friend. I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, part of your Good Neighbor Network, and I'll talk to you later.
Fresh cut greens and oven warm bread, jars of sweet jam will be red. Good food, good folks, flavors that shine from winter's chill to spring sunshine. Every Friday feel the spark. Rutherford County Market at Lane Agri Park.
Local farmers with local meats, vegetables, and other produce at the Winter Spring Rutherford County Farmers Market every Friday through April.
You'll find it there from frost to bloom the season sing. We're winter tough and welcoming spring. So bundle up and make your way every Friday at Lane Agri Park.
At the Lane Agri Rutherford Park in Murfreesboro.
This is a paid legal ad.
At the law offices of John Day, we take only real cases that make a real difference.
My name is Laura Lynn, and my family needed legal help. The law offices of John Day took the burden really off of my shoulders. Never once did I feel secondary to anything else that was going on.
We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? I'm Betsy Maples with Maples Realty and Auction, and we've been selling property in Middle Tennessee since 1969. Whether it be traditional listings, sales, or auctions, let us visit your property and help you decide what method is best for your situation. Call Maples Realty and Auction today, because it's our people that's the difference.
Maples Realty and Auction.
Sold by Maples Realty and Auction.
Hey there, it's Brian, and I wanted to share just one reason why I've been a customer of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee for years. What I love most is how they're always there for me, no matter what I need. I know I'm not just another number. When I have a question, I can count on getting a real answer from a real person who knows me and my financial goals. They're always showing up for me, and they can for you too.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
Access Tennessee News, I'm Carlin Cochran. 2 Washington County residents are charged with child abuse and neglect after an infant was found living in deplorable conditions. Deputies say the mother first refused to surrender the child to Children's Services, but the infant was safely removed. The home reportedly had holes in the floor, loose cords, and a strong ammonia odor from several cats. Claire McCain was arrested, while Joseph Brooks later turned himself in. Both are held on a $10,000 bond. Metro Police have arrested 43-year-old Antoine Smith in connection with an October 11th shooting in Edge Hill. Investigators say surveillance video showed Smith approaching the area where a 49-year-old man was shot, and the victim later identified him as the shooter. Smith, a convicted felon, faces attempted criminal homicide and several gun-related charges. He remains in jail on a $185,000 bond. More news in 30 seconds.
I've got pests, bees, buzzing rodents running all through my house. Ants chewing wood, and look, there's a mouse. I'm overrun with pests, but you're gonna be sure, safe and secure. It's the last rites for those pests. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests.
893-7111. AmeriCare Services Incorporated. Call us today. 893-7111.
The Tennessee Theater in Knoxville has announced its renovated 612 building will officially open on March 20th, 2026, the same night Old Crow Medicine Show performs at the theater. The multi-million-dollar project connects the historic venue to the adjacent building, adding new lounges, bars, restrooms, and expanded education and event space. The theater also revealed plans for a state-of-the-art recording studio on the top floor, once home to a 1950s radio station. Tickets for Old Crow Medicine Show go on sale December 12th. Carlin Cochran, Access Tennessee News.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
There are places where people talk, and then there are places that people talk about. News Radio WGNS is both on air, online, and on the phone. Merry Christmas from all of us at News Radio WGNS. Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. The best gift this year? The twinkling lights, family memories that last forever. MTE keeps your home glowing for both. Happy holidays from your friends at Middle Tennessee Electric. We're going to be talking with another friend this morning, James Price of the Better Business Bureau. And James, you look like, well, I guess you're in the Christmas spirit. I can't tell. I'm wearing red today, but you know.
My blue shirt is flashing.
Yes, yeah. You got a little animation going on there. So, busy time of the year for you and the BBB. I would assume Christmas time. When is it not busy, huh?
Right. And today we're going to talk a little bit about how to avoid package theft. And maybe this is a little above and beyond, putting a package on the porch that explodes in people's faces or something like that. But
man,
we have some other
so
tips.
many of those videos. I'm sure you have too. And now they're doing it with AI and just trying to, and so they're fake videos mixed in. But I don't know. It's fun to watch.
Absolutely. Well, without having to go through all that, we're going to take a look at, how to avoid getting your packages, stolen. A lot of times people love to shop online during the holidays, and it's so easy just to shop on your phone or your laptop, and then you got it done. You just got to come to the door, and hopefully when it gets to the door, you get to bring it inside, and nobody puts it in their car and hauls it off. So a couple things we'll talk about. Common tactics porch pirates use to steal your packages, some smart delivery options to ensure that the packages arrive safely, and then security tools and notification settings that can deter theft and, kind of give you some peace of mind about, you're going to be able to get the stuff that you ordered.
Yeah. So, well, hit us with the first tip here.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, just having the right address and the delivery process doesn't guarantee that you're going to receive it. Package thieves I think we have an estimate here that they sold more than $18 billion in merchandise over the last year. And so, we call them porch pirates, and they take advantage of, all these packages that are kind of sitting around. So the first tip is don't leave unattended packages. If you're expecting a package, attempt to schedule it to deliver when you're going to be home, or ask your friends or neighbors or somebody to hold the package if it gets delivered while you're going to be gone. Some retailers like Amazon, and Amazon's a BBB accredited business, they offer garage delivery. And it's kind of a neat thing, but you have to have a smart garage door opener to use it. And so if you have that smart garage door opener, you can actually give the code the person who's delivering the package a one-time access, and this is the way Amazon does it. They can scan this. Your garage door opens. They're not supposed to come in more than 5 feet into your garage. They leave the package, and then they can close it when they're gone, all in this app. So really smart way to do it if you have the smart app, and you might want to check a garage door company if it's something that you can add to it, or just kind of look up online some of the features of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I'd never heard of that. Of course, I don't have a garage, so. But I do tell the folks to bring it to the back of the house where I do have the carport and the covered, back porch area. So, I mean, it's out of sight, out of mind back there. So that seems like a better place, and they always deliver back there.
That's good. Yeah. Another one is to ship to a store or a post office. If you're purchasing from a retailer with a physical location near your home, you can have it shipped straight to the retailer instead. I know some of the retailers like Home Depot, you can order it, and they send you a note, and it goes those little boxes out front, so it's available 24/7. So if you can't get there, while they're open, you can still get your packages.
Yeah, I've seen Amazon. They have some of these locker or boxes, they call them, and they're popping up at businesses and like at convenience stores and things like that. So for the convenience store, it's maybe a way to bring more foot traffic in, and you get your secure package delivered in a box.
Yeah, there you go. So, some online retailers, they offer that delivery space, that locker. So if you are in a neighborhood where porch pirates are often in your area, you might want to consider renting a PO box to receive packages or delivery. The cost of the PO box might outweigh those headaches that you would have from the porch pirates. And yet the other thing too is that, if you've been a victim once, your chances of being a victim twice go up dramatically.
Does word spread within the porch pirate circles, I guess, that it's a good place to get?
Well, the other thing, the other thing about that is thieves have this, a risk tolerance. And if they risk doing and get it the first time, but if they don't get caught, they go, oh, that wasn't so hard.
Yeah.
Let's try that again, And so they're likely to watch your house again, especially if whatever they got was something that was really cool. If it was an exploding paint thing, then they probably won't be back.
Yeah, that's true.
Customize your delivery, added specific notes in there. This is another tip. Make sure that you can use the delivery company's app, that you can kind of see when your package is coming, or sometimes you can redirect it to a different pickup point, or reschedule the delivery for a different time when you're more likely to be there.
Yeah, that all of those things make sense, and that's also part of that customizing, maybe where you put that one-time code if you want to have the delivery in your garage area or something of that nature. We're talking with James Price of the Better Business Bureau, and some tips on how to avoid these porch pirates or having your delivered items actually stolen. So, customizing your delivery. You got any other tips for us?
So another one is use a security camera. Either a security camera system or a video doorbell is a great way to deter package theft. When people know that they're going to be on camera, that's a deterrent. Some people are still bold and they'll still come try to steal from you, or they'll try to cover their face up and that kind of stuff. But, set up your camera alerts so that you know exactly when packages are going to be delivered. Even if a package is stolen from you, now you have video evidence that you can turn over to the police to help track down the thieves along the way. Require a signature. This is another one that's a really good one. Many delivery companies include the option to require a signature before leaving the package. So you take that physical possession. And of course, some companies, depending on what they're delivering, will require you to have a signature, especially if it's something of great value along the way.
I noticed that was at one point Amazon changed their I guess delivery practices. They've since abandoned that because I think there was such backlash. But if it was like over $150 or $200 or something, that package, it was required that there had to be a signature on that. And I think a lot of people balked at that just because, it was happening so frequent, and part of the, I guess, ability to deliver when that person's not there was nice to have. But requiring a signature certainly does kind of set, I guess, a little bit of protection there for the person.
There was probably, the other thing that they probably weighed in on that was the cost of slowing down the delivery rate.
True. Yeah.
A lot of times, all of the different carriers, whether it's post office, UPS, FedEx, whatever companies, they have acceptable standards for delivery times for their people. And if you have to ring the doorbell every time and get a signature, they're going, okay, now we're losing money because now we're paying X amount of dollars more for. So,
and then if that person wasn't there, and then they have to take the package back, and it has to be reprocessed, and it takes more people to do that, to send it out again for delivery, all those kinds of things. Yeah.
I'm sure there was a bean counter in there somewhere along the way that was, this is costing us too much. And then often notifications. A lot of retailers have, tracking details. You can, with delivery services, where you can have, an email sent to your device so when it's landed on your porch, or you can set up notifications on your smartphone to remind you of the date or time you're expecting a delivery as well. You can get into details and more on these if you go to bbb.org. and see some of these tips that we have for the holiday season, whether it's shopping online. You can learn more about package scams and really just how to avoid different types of scams. BBB always is out there trying to help the businesses and the consumers along the way.
Yeah. James Price with us with the Better Business Bureau. Some very good tips. I know you probably, if you normally have quite a few packages delivered, this is probably the time of the year where you have even more packages delivered. So just kind of keep some of these things in mind to keep yourself safe, and don't just think, well, it's never happened, because there's a first time for everything, and these people are actually looking for places to go. If you do fall victim to this scam or any other situation, the best way to ensure that your neighbors don't have to deal with something like this is to report that. And a great place to report that and actually look to see what's going on in your neighborhood is the BBB Scam Tracker. And tell us a little bit about that, James, as we wrap up here.
Yeah, so if you've been scammed, or you want to see if there are scams in your area, you can go to bbb.org and click on the scam tracker, and it shows you some of the different, well, it'll show you all of the scams that have been reported by people, whether they're in your community, or you can zero in on other parts of the city, see which scams are gaining traction. And then while you're on bbb.org, you can look on there to see more ways of how to avoid being scammed and watch out for those warning signs along the way. I know I get a chance to hear from consumers and businesses also who have been scammed, and just hear all the different stories. And a lot of times we fall for it. And when you fall for it, that's when you get yourself in trouble along the way. So usually there's warning signs about being scammed, and if it's too good to be true,
it is.
Probably is.
I've seen several stories in recent weeks about this very thing going on, scams that have been reported. So when we hear about those, Murfreesboro Police, Fire, they kind of let us know of these things that are going on out there. So be sure to report and let people know. But scams are just part of it, and Scam Tracker is a great way to look and see what's going on right here in your own backyard. James, as always, we thank you for being a part of the show today.
All right. Thank you.
And
have an awesome day.
Yeah. Have a Merry Christmas too, because our next time that we were scheduled to talk would have been on Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That's James Price of the Better Business Bureau joining us today here on Rutherford Issues. Hey, the podcast will be up shortly. You can check it out at wgnsradio.com.
FM 1019. Subscribe to Big G TV. Local content that matters to Rutherford County.